So there's a lot of information here. In fact, with the coming of the Ice Age, they found some fossils that were frozen instantly, people that were frozen instantly, and they've actually found fruit in their mouth. And the climate was totally different before the Ice Age. It was really a tropical climate. So those people were really, they might have been hunter-gatherers, but they did an awful lot of gathering. They ate a predominantly a plant-based diet. It's very obvious to me that anybody that's really done any studies about the, the human condition, that a plant-based diet is the way to go. The biological terrain of the human body, the soil of the human body, thrives on a plant-based diet. Vitamins and minerals, the minerals are being utilized basically from vegetables, and the vitamins basically come from fruit. And to say we're not absorbing any because of the cellulose, the cellulose enables us, undigestible fiber enables us, the food that we eat, to pass through us quicker, where the transit time of our fecal material is much quicker. That is the key to longevity. When you're eating an animal-based diet and you're not getting enough undigestible cellulose, the transit time is going to be much slower, and that's one of the reasons that we're having a lot of problems that we're having today. If you're moving your bowels 3 times a day, if you're moving out of your system what you ate 3 days ago, it's still not good. You're still really suffering from a type of constipation. If what you ate yesterday comes out of you today when you have a bowel movement, that's having a quick transit time. So there's a lot more to this than statistics. You have to have some clinical background. You have to be able to see what happens to people when they who eat different types of diets. I see people that are eating different types of diets. My choice for myself is to be a vegan. I've been a vegan for over 45 years, and I like to think I'm a pretty healthy guy in my 80s. I have no problems anywhere. So that alone, and there's plenty of people out there like me, so that alone really refutes the idea that you can't be a healthy vegan vegetarian. Plus, the undigestible cellulose, like the inulins, they're actually prebiotics. And if you're not getting enough of them, the prebiotics, we're supposed to have someplace between 4 to 8 pounds of intestinal flora. If you're having enough intestinal flora, this intestinal flora can be utilized to produce vitamin B12. We are producing a small amount of vitamin B12 in our small intestines. And a lot of people say we're not producing enough. Well, that's not true. If you're eating, if your small intestines are clean, you will produce enough, and it will be enough to exist on. There are plenty of people that are doing that also. If you have to take a vitamin B12, there isn't anything wrong with it. It's not. Don't worry about all this philosophical nonsense. If somebody has to take a vitamin B12, there isn't anything wrong with that at all. It doesn't mean anybody that's a vegan that runs into a B12 deficiency because they're not getting enough probiotics, or they're bouncing back and forth in their diet between animal protein and eating a plant-based diet, which is one of the worst things to do if you're trying to become a vegan. It doesn't mean that you have to revert back to eating a lot of animal protein. So there's 2 sides to this story here. And I think it's pretty important today that we get the story straight. One person's experience, because they failed at what they were doing, and I'm not knocking anybody. I realize there's a lot of great information what this person is saying, but because they failed, I hear this, I've been hearing this over the years. A lot of people said they tried this and it didn't work for them, so they think it won't work for anybody. I don't know where that's coming from. I think you're better off consulting a person that it worked for, or could tell you how to make it work. If that's what your goals are, if that's what you want to do, then rather consult with a person that failed at it. That don't make sense to me at all. And as I said before, I'm not a dogmatic guy. There's plenty of people that come to see me. They don't want to be vegans. They eat animal protein, a small amount of animal protein. A lot of vegans would not like me saying that. My choice, I have a reverence for all life. My choice is not to eat animal protein. If somebody asks me which direction I think they should go, if they do it correctly, I believe being a vegan is, we can change a lot of things that are wrong in this world strictly by the concept of what you leave out. when you leave out a lot of these concentrated foods, and you do not need a lot of concentrated foods. I found out over the years, the less I ate of the concentrated foods, the more energy I had, the stronger I was, but your body has to evolve into this biological efficiency.